LA at home, tied at a game apiece after stealing one in Denver. First ever playoff game at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood. The Wall, all fired up. Let's go. First quarter, Clippers down one. James Harden getting there. Clippers go up one. Next Clippers possession, Harden size it up and take the three this time. He was 3 of 8 from out there. Clippers with a 4-point lead. Final seconds of the first, Harden behind the back to Nick Batum, and Batum goes to dynamite. Clippers 9 made threes in the first quarter, most in the playoff quarter in franchise history. Clippers by 7 after 1. Second quarter, Clippers extending the lead. They're up 11 now. Derrick Jones Jr., he had 10. The Clippers bench outscored Denver's bench 31-6. Later in the second, Kawhi Leonard, so strong with the ball, knocks that down. 18-point Clipper lead. Under 2 minutes left in the half. Clippers up 17. Harden put him on the line, too. Harden had 20 points in the first half. Didn't score in the second half, but he had 9 assists and 6 rebounds in the ballgame as well. Clippers by 18 at the break. Third quarter, Norman Powell getting in on the action. 12 of his 20 in the second half. Clippers up 21. Later in the third, Leonard 3 for 6 from 3. The Clippers 18 of 39 from 3 as a team. Clippers up 20 after 3. And it just wasn't Denver's night as the Clippers took it to him. Leonard putting the moves on Jamal Murray. 21 points, 11 boards for Leonard. Nikola Jokic with a triple-double, 23, 13, and 13, but not nearly enough. Clippers win it 117-83, and LA up 2-1 in the series now.
I thought our physicality wasn't good enough. I didn't think on either end. I thought they screened us all over the floor. On the offensive end, and then on the defensive end, they got into us. They pushed us off our spots, and we didn't respond well to it. So we have to understand on Saturday, it's going to be just as physical. Meet the game. You know, don't show up and think the game's going to be some kind of flow thing. It's not. We're both trying to win 4 games in the series, so we got what we deserved. We'll reassess tonight, watch the film, get back together, clean the slate, and come back and try to win Saturday.
Adelman replaced Michael Malone just for the playoffs. Remember that. James Harden, 20 in the first half. Quiet second half for him, but by then, Clippers had got their work done. Here's Harden after the game.
It was a good start. It was a good game one.
From the fan
game one and into it.
Yeah, from the fan aspect, though, just what was the energy?
It was cracking. It was loud. It was just how we expected it to be. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the reasons why we jumped out to a huge lead. You know what I mean? They got behind us and we just rode that wave.
I feel like you kind of made it a point of emphasis to be aggressive early. Was that something you were thinking about coming into this game that you felt this team needed?
That's always. You know, me being aggressive is not just scoring. It's, you know, facilitating. It's doing other things. So, you know, I got some shots to fall early, and that kind of just, you know, got the guys rallied up, and, you know, everybody made shots. You know, we had opportunities, especially in the first 2 games, and shots that we didn't make, you know, which this league is a make or miss league, you know what I mean? So we knew other guys, you know, that hadn't, you know, made shots in the first 2 games were going to make shots, and, you know, they did that tonight.
James, you guys finished the first quarter on a 10-0 run, and it seems like from then on out, you guys imposed you guys' will defensively.
Yep.
Never really looked back. Why are you guys so locked in defensively? I know game 1 you guys fell short, but it seems like since then you guys have been locked in. You guys haven't really had any letdowns.
We've been that way all year long.
Yeah.
Like, that's our calling. Like, that, if we wouldn't even be in the postseason if it wasn't for our defense. So we know, like, going to games, like, no matter what happens offensively, you know, we gotta be on point defensively. That's what keeps us in the game. You know, so we've been like that all year, and, you know, as much as perfect as we want to be, like we aren't. You know what I mean? So we make mistakes, we cover for each other, and we just continue to, you know, be resilient and keep fighting defensively. And, you know, the first game, you know, we 20 turnovers on the road. You can't win. You know, it's very, very difficult to win, and we still gave ourselves a chance. Tonight, how many we had? 10. Like, that's the game right there. Game 2, we had 10 as well. So you do that and you rebound the basketball, you make shots, you give yourself a chance to win.
James, to you, right? I'm curious to know, like, what the conversation at halftime was. Like, you guys had a lead, and you know that, you know, you play well to start that second half, and you have control of the game. Like, what was the conversation like to just amongst each other to maintain control that y'all built and established?
there were some things that we still could have got better at, like pick and roll. Jokic is up. He's doing a good job of being up. And, the first half, Zoo had like 3 or 4 opportunities where he got the ball into the basket and he missed a layup. I think he got fouled one time, and I forgot that happened the other 2 times. But, Zoo, go dunk the ball. Finish those plays. You know what I mean? So there's things like that offensively that we can get better at. And there's some things that we adjusted to defensively that we saw that they were doing that we felt we can get better at. And so it's just, it's constant. There's no let-ups. There's always communication, and there's always, room for improvement for us.
Was good, and also great.
Nikola Jokic, a triple-double, 23, 13, and 13 once again, but the Nuggets get thumped by 34. That was the worst loss in NBA playoff history when a player has a triple-double. It also happened in Game 2 of this series, so Jokic also becomes the first player in playoff history to lose consecutive games with 20-point triple-doubles.
Does Kawhi Leonard get the... Marcus? You want to say something?
Yeah. Oh, he already know what I'm going to say. He already know what I'm going to say. And listen, I'm not even surprised. I was a teammate with Kawhi for 4 years, and every time we were in the playoff and he was healthy, he was putting on magical performances. Like I said, when Stephen A. laughed and went crazy and started running around over there in the studio, Kawhi Leonard is the guy. He has put teams on his back when they need it the most. If he's available, he is the guy, and he's going to continue to play well because I don't even see him slowing down, to be honest.
What happens is when you're his teammate and you're not neutral and you're a bit biased, of course you're James Harden, you will say what you would say, and you're Marcus Morris, and you will clap the way that you did.
No, I was
Marcus,
his teammate.
Hold on. You was his teammate. You were his teammate. That's right. Marcus, James Harden, let me speak to both of you directly and all you Kawhi Leonard lovers out there. You have to quote people accurately. When James Harden talks about all the hate, he's right about that. James Harden wasn't wrong with what he said, but you got to contextualize it properly. Anybody who watches basketball knows how sensational Kawhi Leonard is. But that's where the hate comes in, because of the lack of availability spanning years. He came into these playoffs having missed 15 of the Clippers' last 19 playoff games. We know what Kawhi Leonard is when he's available. We saw him win a Finals MVP when he was in San Antonio. We saw him win another Finals MVP when he was in Toronto. Who has ever questioned the greatness of Kawhi Leonard once he's been on the basketball court? That answer is no one. What we lamented was the fact that he was always injured. Now, Marcus and James Harden, you're absolutely right as teammates. Guess what? If he were my teammate, I'd be the same way about him. I'd come to his defense because the brother attempted 15 shots in Game 1 and made 15 in Game 2, shooting damn near 80% from the field. He was sensational last night. And guess what?